the opening act for the Oddball Comedy Tour that came through last year. If you guys are familiar with Dave Chappelle, Flight of the Conchords, Christian Shaw, yeah. And he's absolutely hilarious. Let's have a hand and welcome Mr. E.J. Murphy!
All right. A little bit about me, folks, before I begin. I'm kind of living the starving artist lifestyle. I live in a pretty crappy neighborhood, Everett. Familiar with that? If not, Google it. It's a shithole. There's some nice parts of Everett. We call it Malden. I'm a starving artist. I've always lived in rough neighborhoods. You know, wherever I live, it's always usually very smokestacky and check cashing placey. It's a rough neighborhood. You know that you live in a tough neighborhood when you overhear a conversation and the phrase, "when Mikey got stabbed," is not the central part of the conversation. Just there to clarify date and time. Remember when Mikey got stabbed? We won our softball doubleheader. I just turned 42 years old, people. 42. Thanks. Nobody cares. Nobody takes you anywhere. Nobody's taking me to Vegas at 42. Nobody took me to Worcester. 42. It's hard when you're 42. You're new at being in your 40s because you know, I don't know what I'm doing right now. All I got is I watch a lot of HGTV and I eat a lot of kale. I'm now wearing dungarees. Lands End. But, you know, because when you turn a big age, it doesn't count. Like when you turn 40, you're not really in your 40s yet because you drink the Kool-Aid, you believe everything that they tell you when you turn a big age. What do they tell you? Oh, don't worry about it. 40's the new 30. 40's the new 30. You know what? That's a bunch of bullshit. I don't remember one time when I was 30 pulling a chest muscle drinking a glass of milk. I can't really tolerate the milk anymore. But I found that age 35, that's the year that you start to say things like, the kids today, they have it much easier than we had it back in our day. I disagree with that, because back in 1990, when I was 18 years old, there's no way possible I could have woken up after a night of drinking and been like, what the hell did I do last night? What did I do? Did I send someone a picture of my dick? But imagine the commitment on my part if I had. It would have been a long, awkward, lonely walk to the post office. Followed by that wacky Polaroid wave. Who's got a stamp? I'd say, I'm 42, I'd say it took me to age, I don't know, 39 to figure it out. I cannot grow a full beard. Comes in all patchy. Looks like shit. Looks like any hockey fans out there. Looks like Brad Marchand's playoff beard. If you don't know what that is, Google Billy Goat going through chemo. You know, it's hard not being able to grow a beard right now. We are living in the beardiest of times, right? I'm surprised looking out here. This is the least bearded room in the tri-hipster area. Right in Cambridge, Somerville, right now. There's hardly any beardos in here. You know? Just because it's fashionable to have a beard doesn't mean everybody gets to have one, okay? You know, if you can't grow a beard, it's coming all patchy. Some of these hipster guys, maybe it's time for them to look themselves in the mirror and maybe you shave off that map of the Great Lakes off your face before you ruin another Christmas for Nana. And I'm here to tell these young 25-year-old, 24-year-old dudes, you can never get your youth back. You know, I'm 42. You know, these guys, they're going to look back when they're 42, they're going to look at pictures of themselves when they're 24, and they're like, oh, I could have looked like I was 24 back then. You know what? I made the conscious choice to decide to look like a social studies teacher with tenure. And, you know, it's like, if you have a beard, great. If you can grow a beard, have at it. But those beards, you can't rest on your beard's laurels. You know? We need you doing good works with your beards every day. We can't just have you out there using your beard to ponder which IPA pairs well with Mumford's. I guess it's Yingling. Yeah, you can't rest on your laurels. We need you out there every day, Civil War reenacting. I almost saw that movie, Lone Survivor. Has anyone seen that? Yeah, I heard it was a good movie. It got good reviews, but, you know, movies are like $12 now. And I was thinking about it, and I saw the previews. I'm like, Lone Survivor, huh? That's a good title. I don't want to know what happens already. Lone Survivor. I'm looking at the preview, and they're showing all these characters going in and out. I'm like, I don't have a good feeling about this guy. I don't think he's gonna make it. Lone Survivor. Why don't they just call it Everybody But Marky Mark is Gonna Die? If you were never a member of the Funky Bunch, you're probably dying. I tell you what, people, it does not take me much to get worked up. You want to get me upset? Give me back my change in Susan B. Anthony coins. Nothing pisses me off worse than that. If you give someone their change in Susan B. Anthony coins, that's just going to start a chain reaction of paying it forward inconveniently. Here you go. No, you're going to need 2 hands. Enjoy your pocket full of suffrage. Some of you are going to need to Google Susan B. Anthony. I don't think 110 years ago Susan B. Anthony would have done everything she ended up doing if she knew 110 years later. Everybody was going to be like, oh! Susan B. Anthony! Hey, thanks guys, I'm E.J. Murphy, Dr. Rick